Warm welcome, children. See, this is the continuation of your grammar part of the first chapter. In the hero chapter, I said you that I'll be explaining about models. So this why I didn't upload in the note session is that, children, this explanation should go on with the proper examples, and if you blindly copy it, you don't understand anything, right? That's the reason I didn't upload this grammar notes into PDF. So this has to be written at the end of your classwork by taking 15 pages. Last 15 pages, consider it 15 or 10. Depends on your writing. You know how large you write. If your handwriting is precise, you can take 10 pages, 15 pages. If you write it very big, then you take it for 20 pages. So all this is your grammar notes. So under the session, models. What are models? Okay, their uses and their meanings you will be studying about. So what are models? Models are auxiliaries. Okay, auxiliary is nothing but an helping one, helping agent or supporting agent for a sentence. Okay, they are nothing but how many models you have? Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to. This is your 10 models. So without this you can't frame a sentence. Okay, but everywhere very frequently you will find these words. Those are words are called as modal auxiliaries. Okay, if you behind this 10, only among this 10 one module you should select for that particular section when they have asked for. Next, what is the first one which we are talking about? It is about will. So is the usage of will. Now you got an idea what are modules, how many models you have. Now in detail we'll study about each and every model. What is will? Will is used to express. Okay, it's a kind of feeling you are expressing, kind of permission you are requesting for. Okay, something which you are expressing through the word will. Okay, so there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 instances where you can use this will. Everything particularly without any reduction. Don't cut short here. This is your grammar notes. You have to write it properly in your classwork, as last 10 pages will be your grammar. Got it? Is that clear? Next is prediction. Simple futurity. It's very you are not astrologer. You can't tell the astrology, but few things you can predict very easily. If it is very cloudy, you'll tell that, oh, it may rain. It will rain, right? Isn't it? You are telling that, you are predicting it. It will rain. It is too sunny. It will be very hot. Yes or no? Right? That is your simple futurity. Simply you are predicting. So that is one prediction. Okay. Next is willingness. Do you want me to do this? So such kind of I will do it for you. I will do it for you. It is willingness. Okay. Will you give me this pen? Will you get me this book? Got it? That is willingness. The same will used in two different manners. Got my point, children? Here you are predicting it. Here in the same next sentence, you are showing the willingness towards. Who will give me the pen? You are willing to do it, or you are asking someone to give with willingness? Will you? Yes. Next is request or order in yes or no questions. So you may ask some questions like requesting. Order, it might be an order or it might be something demanding. Will you do me a favor? Will you do me a favor? Got my point? It is a request or order. So you are requesting here. Will you do this? Will you do me a favor? Next, probability. So chances are there. He will be at home now. You are not sure. You are not telling that. He will be at home now. Predict probability. Got it? So next, insistence. He will go. You are insisting him to do that. He will come. He will go. Next, general effects. General facts, sorry. Oil will float on water. Oil will float on water. Book will be filled with pages. It is an fact, right? If you don't tell also, everyone know that book is filled with papers. Oil will be floating on water, right? Pig will eat anything. You know, pigs eat everything, right? Characteristic habit. So something which is related to characteristics. She will sit there for hours doing nothing. Okay. So what is being expressed here, like what is being characterized here? She is doing nothing. Her work is not done. Don't trust him. He will tell you all sorts of story. So what is this being described here? Like his characterization of describing things, telling stories is described. It is an characteristics. How he swims, how he walks, that particular character's quality is being described. Okay, then you call it as characteristic habit. Got it? So this is all about will. Okay, children, but the very most important thing which you may get here is this one, what you have in your textbook at present. That is, they are asking for the function which has been used in that particular sentence. So what it is used? It is a function of request, right? Will you do me a favor? You are requesting someone to do the favor. Right? You have to copy this very neatly, very correctly without any spelling mistakes. I'll give you 2 minutes time and then I'll erase this and I'll move on to the next one. I keep on dictating and the same way I'll write it on the board. You have to write with me. All the 10 should be completed in this session, children. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Take down fast. Don't avoid to write this grammar. The reason I have not scanned this because this should go with explanation, only then you can understand, and I am doing it with the explanation part now. So take down, children. Hope all have written. Will erase. So next, let us move on to the next one, wood. So here, for your better understanding, I have given you with the examples, or else you don't understand that particular state, how it is being used, what is the usage of that particular, it may be assistance or it may be characteristic facts, general fact, characteristic habit, whatever it is, you don't understand unless and until I explain it with an example. Now let us move on to the next one. Second one, wood. Okay. What is it saying? Wood is used to express, don't write it in a shabby way, it should be in a proper order. Future in the past, future in the past, he said, he would give me a lollipop, give me a chocolate. Got it? Whatever. So what what is the sentence here? Let me write down the requests in question. Requests in questions. Again, this is also probability. This is also insistence. The empty use. Yes, this all the usage, parts of usage you get it in the word while using the word would. Future in the past. So you are talking about future in the past, okay? He said he would give me a chocolate. So actually he has not given the chocolate. He said, someone said he would give me the chocolate in the future. Got it? So this is how we call it as future in the past. He would give me the chocolate. You didn't get the chocolate still, he would. Okay? He said, it has been said. This instance has been happened somewhere in the past. But in the past they were talking about future. That is saying future in the past. Next is willingness. I would do that for you. Do that for you. I would do that for you. So it is a willingness. You are willing to do something for someone. Got it? Requests in questions. Would you do me a favor? So if the question, if you have been asked, they'll tell you how you should start the question with. Start the question with. They'll give a sentence. They'll ask you to start the sentence with would. They'll ask you to start the sentence with will. Whichever they would have asked, that particular model should be used and you should frame a question. Would you do me a favor? Would you do me a favor? Please. Got it? This is a request with question. Got it? Next is probability. What is probability? You are not sure about it. When it is happening, you are not sure about it. He would be at home now. You are not sure that he will be. He would be, like, you are not sure. He will be, he would be. Okay, that is probability. Insistence. So insisting, you are insisting someone to do something. He would act. He would act the fool. He is behaving like a fool. Okay, next, the empty use. So I would like to stay at home today. So here you don't find any of this category. It is just used simply. That is called empty use. He would like to stay at home today. At home today. Here the usage is empty. Okay, got it, children? So how to use would? Hope you have no doubts. Now I'll give you 2 more minutes. Copy it. Let's move on to the next one. Shall Take down fast without mistakes. Write neatly. Till I erase. Hope all have done. Let's erase and move on to shall now. So all this, why I am giving with example means you should understand what is all this grammatical part. When you are talking, all these grammatical mistakes should be avoided. That's the reason I am giving each and every instance with examples also. Got it? So next, let's move on to shall. Shall is used to express. Shall is used to express A. This is also prediction. With prediction, with the promise, you get a kind of promise here. Shall. See, suggestion. Suggestion in yes or no questions. Yes or no questions. Got it? So next D. Volition. Volition of the listener. Even in, this is also in yes or no questions. Yes or no questions. Next is instance. Insistence. So what is prediction? Again, here something, you are telling something about the near future, simple future. Okay. So what is the example for this? Shall. Using shall you should write. I shall come tomorrow. I shall come tomorrow. Every time when I end up the session, I'll tell you, let's meet in the next session. Shall I meet in the next session, right? I shall come tomorrow. So that is your prediction. Next is promise. You are promising someone. I shall take you out on Monday. I shall take you out on Monday. Take you out on Monday. Got it? So next one, suggestion in yes or no questions. You are asking somebody suggestions in a format of question where they could answer yes or no. That type of questions. In that example, shall we go to the movie this weekend? So that they could answer, give you answer like yes or no. Shall we go to the movie? Go to a movie? Shall we go to a movie this weekend? This weekend? Got it? So next, volition of the listener. So you are asking some kind of questions like listener should answer it in the type of yes or no. Okay? Shall I come tomorrow? You are asking. You are asking for kind of permission. Shall I come tomorrow? Shall I come tomorrow? Even the answer formats will be yes or no. Yes if they want to come or no if they don't to come. Got it? Next is insistence. You are asking someone's insistence. He shall go. He shall be hanged. He shall be hanged. So got it, children? So this is how the usage of shall goes on. Is that clear? Shall is used to express prediction, like near future. I shall come tomorrow. I shall bring the books tomorrow. Promise, I shall take you out on Monday. I shall take you out on Monday. I shall take you for a picnic. Suggestion, it will be the form of yes or no questions. Whereas violation is also for yes or no questions. Insistence. You are insisting, I shall go. That comes with insistence, right? I shall be hanged. He shall be hanged. Got it? So copy down this one. Next we'll move on to should. Hope all have taken down. So why I am giving you, I am not mentioning what is there in the textbook. Why I am giving this extra information? Because children, this grammar, it will not end by one day. The usage you keep on, wherever you are talking, wherever you are writing, it is a long path. It is a way of long path, right? So that once you are very clear with the grammar, you can write it very easily. All your formation of sentences will be perfect. Whichever from wherever you get the question, you will be able to answer. Okay? So next, let's move on to the fourth one, should. Should is used to express. Should is used to express. Don't avoid to write this grammar notes. This is very important. Used to express a duty or necessity. Duty or necessity. You should do your homework. Got it? You should do your homework. And one more. The tentative use. Should you come early? Should you come early? You can get the book for me. You can. Should you come early? You can get the book for me. So here it is an tentative use. Okay, children? So the next one, the empty use. It is an empty use. As I said, you don't have any kind of. I should love to have some chocolates. I should love to have some chocolates. To have some chocolates. Got it? Take down this fast. Let's move on to the next one. Fifth one, can. It is used to, can is used to express, is used to, can is used to express one capability, permission, request for permission, for permission. Okay, another one is possibility. I'll give you the other way. So what is capability? You are talking about whether they could do it or not. Can you do this? That you are talking about. He can lift an elephant. He can lift an elephant. It is your capacity, isn't it? He can lift an elephant. Whether it is happening or not, we don't know. But we are talking about his capacity. Okay? He can lift a, okay, don't want elephant lift. We'll talk about he can lift 100 kgs. Okay? That we are talking about his capacity. Permission. Can you go home? You can go home. When it is in the form of a question, you should ask, can you lend me your book? Can you lend me your book? Got it? Request for permission. You are allowing someone to do it. Next, request for permission. Can I sit here? Can I sit here? You're asking someone for permitting it. Can I sit here? Got it? So this is a normal request you are doing. You are requesting for somebody's permission. That is, can I sit here? Okay. So next, E, possibility. She can be hiding. You are not sure. Possibilities are there for hiding. Okay, she can be hiding. Got it? So this is how the usage of can and should goes on. I'll give you 2 more minutes. Copy it down. Take down. Write the notes neatly, children, without any mistakes. All these notes I'll check when you are submitting it for correction. I'll check. Everything should be perfect. So please don't commit mistakes. Okay, hope all have done this. Next, let's move on to the next one. I hope this 5 is enough. We'll take up the next 5 in the next session so that you should not get confused. Please read and write this. Understand this very well. In the next session, I'll give you the remaining 5. Okay, so and let's come on to our notes part. So I have asked you to write the first main meanings. And next, all the questions which you are having with, check your understanding, right? Everything should be written. And one more thing, what I have given the notes, it is with red pen, children, but you need not use it. Why I have given in red and blue? Because for your better understanding. I am not insisting you to write it with red and blue pen every time. That is for your understanding purpose. It has been differentiated here, but you have to write everything in blue itself. If you have written here on, don't use. Okay, need not worry. Don't tear and rewrite it again. If you have written, leave already. Hereafter, don't use. So that is all about question answers, and you may get a letter also in your test. Whenever the test will be conducted, one letter writing will be included, and I'll be giving you paragraph writing, or I may give you an essay writing also. I'll tell you the topics in the next class. Okay, children, let us end up this session here. In the next session, I'll give you the coming next remaining 5 models. Okay, thank you, children.